Live from the tank on the campus of the College of Staten Island, CSI Sportsnet presents NCAA Division II men's basketball coverage live on the ECC network. In the second game of today's non-conference doubleheader, the Purple Knights of St. Michael's College take on the College of Staten Island Dolphins. Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, my name is Joe Foreman alongside my broadcast partner, Nick Durst. And Nick, unfortunately, you missed it. But last time the Dolphins took the floor here at home, it was a thrilling game, probably game of the year for us here on Sportsnet, as the Dolphins came up just short in the closing minutes against St. Thomas Aquinas College. I think CSI's performance in that game put the region on notice.
Yes.
You know it doesn't mean much to this team without coming away with a win, though I think it gives us a good idea of where this team stands early in the year.
Huge start to the season here for the Dolphins at home. That game didn't break the way they wanted it to, but they proved that they can compete with the big boys. They can compete with the best team in the conference, and I think that is a confidence builder for sure leading into the rest of the season here and the next time those two teams play.
And this is, of course, the McDonald's pregame show. McDonald's, our scoreboard sponsor here at the College of Staten Island, each and every home game. And as we continue our pregame coverage, let's talk a bit more about this men's basketball team. We haven't seen them since last week. They have not been in action, so they are well rested. And early in this season, Bryce Waterman has stepped up in a way that we saw from him in the past with three-point shooting. This season, he has consistently been delivering those kinds of efforts where he lights it up from beyond the arc. He's been huge for this Dolphins team. Also, Messiah Mallory has played really well for the Dolphins this year. That's to be expected. Men's Athlete of the Year last year for Messiah Mallory, as he continues to be a leader for this team at both ends of the floor.
Absolutely, Joe. Next level this season for Bryce Waterman, as he has really been dropping 20-point games left and right here. As far as Messiah Mallory, business as usual. He was out and missed that game with an injury, but he's back. He's at full force, and the two of these guys making their impact felt all over the court.
Waterman averaging 14.5 points per game this year, but he has done so very efficiently. 45% from the field and nearly 45% from downtown as well. He has been fantastic for the Dolphins this year at the offensive end of the floor. Second leading scorer for the Dolphins, not perhaps who you would have expected coming into this season. Aaron Goldstein averaging 11.6 points per game, barely edging out Messiah Mallory. He has also been extremely efficient from the field this year. 45% shooting from a guard position.
Three-time ECC Rookie of the Week.
And 44% from downtown as a three-time East Coast Conference Rookie of the Week. The Dolphins have to be thrilled with what they've gotten from Goldstein.
Absolutely. Goldstein, we've seen him really wreck games for the opposition. High impact when he wants to bring it to the basket. And he's also a really good three-point shooter. A lot of great three-point shooters on this roster this season for the Dolphins. Clancy, it seems like every game he's come off the bench, knocking in at least 9 points from three-point range. Amos, we know he could shoot the three. Lots of three-point shooting going on this season for the Dolphins.
Well, speaking of three-point shooting, St. Michael's comes in around 34% from beyond the arc. As for the Dolphins, you said it, Nick, this team shoots the three well. They don't just shoot it well, they shoot it really well. 37% from downtown this year. That's on over 270 three-point attempts. The Dolphins have already made 101 three-pointers this year. We're just past the midway point in December.
Joe, you're in charge of the records here, but I think they're going to shatter the 3 points attempted record in a season for the Dolphins, and I think they're going to have a really good shot at the most makes ever in the history of the school.
And we're going to have to take a look at what the record is for three-pointers attempted in a season. We'll have to see if that's a stat that we track, because if it is, the Dolphins may be well on their way to breaking that record. Meanwhile, on the other side, Jacob Duniver, a good three-point shooter for the Purple Knights. He's shooting 50% from downtown on 44 three-point tries. That's one name the Dolphins need to watch out for, scoring the basketball in this game, specifically from downtown. However, the leading scorer for St. Michael's coming into this game, Daryl Yepto, he is shooting 40% from downtown on 40 attempts. He is averaging 17 points per game. that's someone the Dolphins need to watch out for as well on the side of St. Michael's. CSI, a team that can be scored upon from distance. They allow about 34% shooting from downtown. So they have to keep an eye on those 2 3-point shooters for the Purple Knights, among several other players, 2 of whom are also averaging in double figures.
Yeah, Joe, lots of well-roundedness, well-scoring on this team. You also mentioned the players. You didn't mention Romar Reed, excuse me. He's averaging 15 points per game, and Jamal Frickus is averaging 13.1 points per game.
So there's a few names to watch out for on the side of St. Michael's College. Didn't get a chance to talk much about it earlier, but I did mention these 2 teams last season played a thriller. The Dolphins took the win by just 2 points, 76-74. If that game and the early season performance of these 2 teams is any indication, we have a good one in store for us coming up next. But once again, this has been the McDonald's pregame show. When we come back, the Chi Aesthetics Med Spa and Wellness Center starting lineups as the Dolphins take on Purple Knights of St. Michael's College.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome.
Chi Aesthetics Med Spa and Wellness Center. Our approach to beauty and wellness begins with a holistic plan tailored to the unique needs of our patients. When we consult with patients, we let them tell us what their problem is. We don't tell them what the issue is. We find out what they're looking for, and we discuss, and then we give them options. If you're looking to achieve radiant skin, you've come to the right place. We offer hydrofacials, microneedling, Opus Plasma, peels, facial and laser treatments, laser hair removal, body sculpting, fat freezing, hormone replacement therapy, Botox, IV drip therapy, and more. We are open Monday through Saturday and are located at 720 Forest Avenue, Staten Island, New York, 10310. We hope to see you soon. Visit our website at www.chiaesthetics.com for more information.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we are back from the tank as starting lineups are being introduced ahead of today's game between the College of Staten Island and St. Michael's College. And with the Chi Aesthetics Med Spa and Wellness Center starting lineups, my broadcast partner, Nick Durst.
All right, St. Michael's, they're coached by Eric Eaton. Their starters are as follows. Number 3, Daryl Yepto. Number 5, Alan Brzezinski. Number 11, Romar Reed. Number 21, Nolan Marold. And number 35, Jacob Duniver. For the Dolphins, the College of Staten Island Dolphins, they're coached by head coach T.J. Tibbs. Number 1, Jordan McAllister. Number 21, Aaron Goldstein. Number 23, Messiah Mallory. Number 3, J.J. Chestnut. And number 22, Bryce Waterman.
Those the starting lineups ahead of today's non-conference matchup between the College of Staten Island and St. Michael's College. As I mentioned before, these two teams played a very close game last season. The Dolphins took the win on the road by 2 points. Purple Knights looking to avenge that defeat today here at the Tank. The Dolphins looking to protect their home floor. St. Michael's wins the tip, and we are underway from the College of Staten Island in the second game of our non-conference doubleheader. On the wing, this is Reed swinging it over. Yepto feeds it inside. That shot altered by Mallory and rebounded by Chestnut on the attempt by Marold.
Marold, 6'8". Going to see if the Dolphins could contain him and his height.
Mallory was immediately doubled on the catch after that entry pass. Ends up wide open, and he knocks down the mid-range shot.
Nice job there. Mallory wide open. The elbow knocks it in.
Dolphins with the game's first basket. Somehow that ball found its way out to Yepto. He can't connect from three. McAllister has the board. Chestnut inside for Mallory. Mallory falling away, can't hit. Rebound pulled in by Reed. Ball worked up the floor quickly. Brzezinski off the window and in.
Nice job there by Brzezinski to knock it off the glass and make it count.
Waterman back out to Chestnut. JJ's floater in the lane. Good off glass.
JJ with a nice floater there. Strong with the right hand. It goes in.
Dolphins lead it 4-2. Reed brings it across the timeline. Reed wanted Merrill, but Merrill wasn't looking for it. And that's an early Purple Knights turnover. McAllister for Waterman. And they are not giving Bryce an inch of space out there behind the three-point line. Chestnut for McAllister. Too strong.
Smart for the Purple Knights to not give Waterman any space from three-point range.
Yepto back to the basket, sends it outside. This is Reed. Spinning, faking, and can't finish. Mallory tips it to the arms of Goldstein. Chestnut, doubled. Finds Waterman. Waterman, runner, is good.
Nice. Right there, you don't see that too often with Waterman kind of going to the basket and floats in off the glass.
If Waterman's making that shot, he's unguardable. Because you have to close out. He's going to get around you unless you play him airtight. And an answer at the other end by Jacob Dunover. We spoke about him during the pregame, Nick. Best three-point shooter on this team.
Absolutely. That's why you never want to miss the pregame. We give you what to look forward to during the game.
Joe Stradamus and Durstradamus. Waterman for three. Splash.
Unguardable, but he's making those shots, Joe, in the corner.
Nobody was guarding him that time. Bryce wide open. Dolphins lead by 4. Reed buries the three.
Nice answer for Reed right there with the three.
Reed, the second leading scorer for the Purple Knights. Makes it a 1-point game. McAllister for Mallory. Out to Goldstein. Wide open three on its way. No good. Tipped by McAllister, and he tips it in.
Beautiful job there by McAllister with the tip back.
Brzezinski storms up the floor, and that's an offensive foul.
Mallory planted the feet and draws the charge.
That's good defense by Messiah Mallory. And Nick, his ability to draw a charge is something not to be overlooked. He's done a great job of that in addition to his ability to alter shots. But with that, we will head to immediate timeout. The Dolphins lead it early. Our score, Staten Island 11, St. Michael's 8. And we are back from the College of Staten Island. Dolphins out to an early 3-point lead. High scoring first 4 minutes in this game.
Big difference from this and the women's game, that's for sure.
It was a bit of a slow start offensively in that one. But not so in this game. Dolphins with 11 quick points. Bryce Waterman already has a 3, a runner in the lane. And as I said, Nick, if Bryce is scoring from the mid-range and doing so off the dribble, I don't know how you stop him.
It's a tough task for the opposition.
Mallory has 2, Chestnut has 2, McAllister has 2, and Waterman has 5 for the Dolphins. Already 4 of the 5 Dolphin starters have scored. On the other side, Dunover and Reed with 3 each, Brzezinski with 2. This is Chestnut, top of the arc. Yepto all over him. McAllister out to Chestnut. Mallory along the baseline was rejected by Marold.
Mallory was in the air for a long time there, and that allowed Marold to come over to get the block. But now the Purple Knights turn it over.
We approach 15 minutes to go in the first half. Dolphins have it. Head by 3. As Luis Armas heads to the scorer's table with Adelaide Oyekanmi and Chris Clancy. Chestnut drives the baseline, pulls up, and rattles in the jumper.
Well, right now, Joe, the Dolphins are doing a lot of damage in the mid-range in this game.
We've seen teams doing all they can to make sure the Dolphins can't make those entry passes to Messiah Mallory. And that opens up the mid-range as the defense collapses in a bit on the Dolphins' big man. Yepto kicks out, wide open 3, Dunover, and he knocks it down.
Wide open is correct, and there was no doubt about it in his mind. He was going to take that shot.
Well, Dunover won't miss many of those. Waterman off back iron, tipped by Mallory, who pulls in the rebound. Goldstein for 3. Splash!
Well, Joe, what a tremendous job on the glass by Mallory to get that offensive rebound with 2 Purple Knights over him. The cross-court pass there to Goldstein, who knocks down the 3. Good job by the Dolphins in that possession.
Marold left open, and he comes away with a dunk.
Marold slams that one home as the pass to him left him wide open.
This Dolphins team, a team that can rebound, defend, score in the paint, and score from the outside. And many of these players have been together for at least a year, but newcomers such as Adelaide Oyekanmi, Chris Clancy, Aaron Goldstein, still continuing to gel. If this team puts it together, they could be very dangerous later in the season. They're already dangerous now.
Certainly, a lot of players on this team that could score, and a lot of players who could impact the game very well defensively as well, beyond just Mallory.
Dolphins barely got that in ahead of the 5-second count. Wasn't sure they did, as Armas can't connect from 3. Oyekanmi with the rebound. Creates some space and banks it in.
Well, Adelaide and his brother Michael, all season long, have just been tremendous down low in the paint on both sides of the court.
Yepto almost lost it. Cruz on the drive, gives it up to Marold. Marold works around Clancy, but was rejected by Mallory. Oyekanmi for Clancy. Quick closeout by Dunover. Mallory for Clancy again. Dunover all over him. They have the scouting report on Clancy. This is Armas. Out to Oyekanmi. The Dolphins swinging around the perimeter. 10 to shoot. Goldstein drives baseline, finds a cutting Armas, and Armas lays it in for 2. What a feed by Goldstein.
What a feed by Goldstein, and what a finish by Armas with the left hand at the rim.
Court vision, outside shooting, playmaking, and defense. He does it all. Freakus. Kicked out for Yepto, and he traveled, no question. Purple Knights turn it over again. Dolphins now lead by 7.
What a toss there by the floor sweeper, Nick Campese, over to the referee. You could tell he's a catcher. What an arm.
Campese, catcher for the CSI baseball team. And we teased it earlier, Nick, but their opening weekend at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park will feature 2 doubleheaders, one of which begins at 7 p.m. as that ball is deflected out of bounds by the Purple Knights. And we head to immediate timeout. So while we have a minute, we'll talk a bit more about that. It's a long ways away, but this is more informative for you. You haven't looked at the schedule yet.
No.
So this is informative for you and perhaps for our viewers at home as well. Baseball schedule gets underway in late February with the annual Myrtle Beach trip. Dolphins will travel down to South Carolina for a few games. They then return home. They have, on Friday, I believe, a road game at Bloomfield. Then they have their home opener at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. 7 p.m. start for a doubleheader under the lights alongside the Staten Island Ferry. That's the home opener.
You think it's going to be cold?
Just a bit. They're back there on Sunday. That doubleheader gets started at 4.
4 p.m.
So we don't have to get up too early, which is nice.
Are you taking a flight after that game down to Florida like last year?
That's the thing. The plan was to get on a plane for Florida after that to cover softball, or at the very least score those games. However, if men's or women's basketball was to finish as a top 4 seed, or I should say a 3 or 4 seed.
We'll be here calling the game.
The top 2 seeds get a bye. So if men's or women's basketball finishes as a 3 seed or a 4 seed, we host the game on Wednesday of that week. And ideally, I would not want to miss our first home playoff game.
I don't think so. I think you ought to be there for that.
So
you better put a pause on booking your travel for now.
What would happen? I'd probably fly back and then fly back out. That's what would probably happen.
Frequent flyer miles.
Off the inbound. Mallory to Goldstein. Back to Mallory for the tip-in. How about that play?
That was fancy. I got to see a replay of that when we got a next stoppage. But that was drawn up. I don't think they...
Oh, they drew it up for sure.
Incidentally did that. I mean, the never reached a player's hands while they were on the floor. Everything was in the air there. What a play.
3 by Cruz, no good. Now, I think the only question is how many times have they practiced that play?
Practice makes perfect, and if we know Coach Tibbs, they've worked on it quite a bit.
Dolphins now lead it by 9. Goldstein on the wing. Clancy wants Mallory, but Merrill won't let the Dolphins get it in. 7 to shoot. Goldstein works his way inside, and he stepped on the baseline. Goldstein will head to the bench. Chestnut, Oyakonmi, Clancy, Armas, and Mallory in the game. Cruz stumbles, had it poked away. Oyakonmi had it stolen for a moment, and jump ball was called. And with that, let's get one more look at that. Got to call it a de facto alley-oop. The inbounds play.
Very good play there.
Worked to perfection. CSI has it again, leading by 9. Mallory out to Armas for 3. Splash.
When Louie's cooking, that's good things for the Dolphins, and he's off to a good start here early on in this game. His first 3 there, he had that nice left-handed finish at the rim before, so 5 points for him in this first half.
Armas tied for the team lead in scoring. Both he and Waterman have 5 points. Dolphins lead it by 12 as we're coming up on the midway point of this first half. Reed kicks out. This is Freakus. He crosses over. Donover in the corner, knocks down another 3.
And that was good defense by Armas, too. He was pretty much all over him, but it did not matter as he's able to knock down that 3.
Luis was there, but that's better offense than defense. Armas from way downtown, too strong. And the rebound was tipped out of bounds by the Purple Knights. Dolphins ball with 20 on the shot clock. Mallory for Clancy. Splash.
Another way downtown shot, but Clancy makes it look easy, knocks it down, and that's going to lead to a Purple Knights timeout here as they're down 12.
Dolphins have started this game 4 of 8 from 3. They are tough to beat when they shoot it like that. CSI leads 28-16, 9:33 to go in the first half.
No, I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later, about 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so
And we're back from the tank. Dolphins by 12. CSI forces the turnover.
Chestnut was fouled, I think.
JJ was certainly fouled. CSI will inbound, but that disrupted a transition play.
You got to really like this formation here for the Dolphins, scoring-wise. When you have Waterman, Clancy, and Armas on the court, really tough to defend if you're the Purple Knights.
Armas has it now and look to throw it corner to corner. It's stolen by St. Michael's. Cruz across the timeline. He's moving downhill and gets the spinning floater to go.
Nice job by him taking that all the way to the basket and laying it in.
Waterman left open. Splash.
Joe, that's from like the middle of the volleyball court there. Jeez, way downtown.
If he's uncovered, it's a good shot. Freakus left wide open, and he answers.
Freakus with the big answer there. Not letting the momentum get too far in the Dolphins' direction.
Chestnut out to Clancy. Oyakonmi. Reverse layup, won't go.
Tough shot there. Almost fell.
Cruz in transition, too strong off back iron. Clancy up to Armas. Waterman open again. No good. But Oyakonmi has the rebound. Bryce for Armas. No good again. Bodies all over the floor. And a timeout, or a foul perhaps, was called. I thought initially the official pointed toward the Purple Knights bench for a timeout.
So is that Oyakonmi gets called for the foul?
Now, I think the Dolphins were whistled for a foul.
They thought it was a timeout. That's why they were calling on the court.
I'm honestly not sure what the call was.
Well, I think we're gonna have immediate timeout. But
Well, we're not,
No,
because
because
there's
of the
more
foul?
than 8 minutes. We had one at 16. We already had one inside 12. But I think St. Michael's was granted a timeout.
well, if there was a foul, it should have nullified the timeout.
Well, we'll see. The officials will have to get this sorted out. Players kind of just scattered about right now. I honestly, Nick, don't know if we just had a timeout or if there was some indecision.
Well, let's check the
In that
official
regard.
scoring record here. What are the live stats saying?
Nothing yet.
Well, it says that.
The last
I don't
play
know.
was a foul against the Dolphins, so
And now another foul.
we have another foul against the Dolphins. So I think Oyakonmi was whistled for a foul as the players dove down to the floor. And now we have immediate timeout inside of 8 minutes. So with 7:52 to go in the first half, the Dolphins lead it by 10, 31-21.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island. a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends, live sports and watch parties, to Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we are back here from the College of Staten Island. We had the Big Everything contest during our break. Today's honorary Dolphin, Alethea, and I believe her brother, Zion, on the floor, participating in our Big Everything contest. And we had some slip-ups at the end there. The floor, a bit tough to navigate in just socks, and those size, probably 14-plus shoes were not staying on.
Now, whose shoes are those, Joe? Are those
They might be
your
mine.
shoes? That's what I thought.
Where'd they get those shoes from? Free throw rattles in. Daryl Yepto at the line. He goes 2 for 2. Purple Knights back to within 8. Clancy defended closely by Yepto, gave it up to Chestnut. Shamar Laddie into the game for the first time, joined by Waterman, Clancy, Mallory, and Chestnut. Mallory has it at the free throw line. Dolphins moving it quickly here, but St. Michael's swarming defensively. Waterman, fade away, short. Rebound goes to Reed. Open three, Brzezinski, and that's good.
Making the Dolphins pay there as he's left open.
Laddie lost it straight to the arms of Mallory, who's left open, and he makes the Purple Knights pay.
So does Laddie get an assist there on that pass to Mallory?
That's a good question. Let's see. I'm inclined to say probably not. But if the statistician's feeling generous, you could give him one. They did. How about that?
Some home cooking there at the stats desk.
I mean, technically, I don't think any Purple Knight touched the
Nobody
ball.
touched it. Laddie
Then he does get an
He
assist.
just lost the handle, and it looked a little weird.
I think he gets an assist for that then. Nobody touched the ball on the way. Waterman. Splash.
Well, what can we say about Waterman right now? He is just taking his game to a whole new level the last 5 games, and he's continuing to knock down shot after shot.
Bryce easily having, thus far anyway, as that three-pointer is good. And all of a sudden, Nick, we have a shootout.
Watch out, the shots are falling.
That was Yepto, but as I was saying, statistically, what Bryce has done so far this year, easily his best work is Dolphin.
No doubt about it.
His shooting percentages are off the charts.
And this is a guy who last year made the most three-pointers in a single season in Dolphins history. I think he's going to break that record.
And Chestnut does a great job to navigate heavy traffic inside as he gets the floater to go. And down to the floor goes Yepto. TJ Hennigan into the game for the Purple Knights. He wears number 20, and he's very quickly back to the bench. Jacob Dunover checks back in his place. Strong move to the rim. And Reed rattles it in. Tough shot, heavy traffic.
7-point game now after that main basket.
Slow start offensively for the Purple Knights. They've picked it up in a big way, but Messiah Mallory just keeps knocking down shots for the Dolphins.
Mallory with a bunch of mid-range shots made in this game so far. If you're going to deny him the entry pass down low, he's going to just turn around and make those mid-range shots.
Mallory has 8, and he was looking for another charge there. And, well, the defense did not pay off that time as Yepto sidestepped Mallory for an easy 2. TJ Tibbs not happy, and the Dolphins take a timeout. So we'll step aside for a quick break. Inside of 5 minutes to go in the first half. Dolphins lead it by 7. Back from the tank. Dolphins lead trimmed down to 7. We still have about 5 minutes to go in the half as Mallory finds McAllister with a nice bounce pass, and Jordan has the easy 2.
Nice pass and a nice finish there. Mallory and McAllister teaming up for that basket.
Foul called on McAllister, no basket. Yepto drew the foul.
4th team foul on the Dolphins.
Not many fouls either in this first half. This game's at a good pace to it. Brzezinski fakes and feeds it inside to Merrill. Merrill over Mallory. Can't get the shot to go. And Messiah came down with it out of bounds. A lot of aspiring officials in the stands today, Nick. They're out in full force.
Passionate fans.
That's a good word to describe it. Fake there by Yepto, but a moving screen is called against the Purple Knights. Dolphins get it right back with a chance to go in front by double digits again. Goldstein surveys the floor, 15 on the shot clock. Chestnut. Pull up, short. That shot was definitely altered by Merrill. Yepto kicks out. Reed with a big crossover, pulls it back out and gives it up. He now has it back. And was stripped. I think Goldstein got a hand in there.
Looked like it.
Goldstein for Mallory. Another mid-range jumper is good. And Messiah has had the stroke from mid-range all game.
Hard to stop him when he's making those shots.
Messiah has shot it really well early in this game. In the corner. Shot blocked on the attempt by Reed. Mallory got fingertips on it.
Call for the foul.
And with that, we will head to our final media timeout of the first half. Dolphins lead back to 11. And we are back from the tank. CSI lead is 11 points. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. 6 to shoot for the Purple Knights. Yepto kicks out. Cruz has it. Deep three-pointer. Air ball.
Well, great job there by the Dolphins in that possession to force the air ball on the shot clock violation.
Dolphins defense has been strong in this first half. McAllister out to Waterman. Now Chestnut. Floats one up and banks it in over Merrill.
Chestnut, a few times now, hitting that same type of shot in this game.
Big crossover by Yepto to the basket. He banks it in. Count it. And one.
Hard to contain Yepto.
Yepto to the line. One shot. And he knocks it down. Chestnut. Right at Merrill. Can't finish. But keeps possession. Waterman. Splash.
Wow. Just unbelievable. 2 defenders all over him from a few feet behind the arc.
And he'll try again. Splash! And the Dolphins lead it by 16.
Bada bing, bada boom. Bryce Waterman knocking down threes all over the room.
Bryce continuing what he has done all season, powering this Dolphins offense with his outside shooting. Tough shot by Freakus, no good. Chestnut with the rebound. Goldstein up ahead, pulls it back, tries the three, splash! And the Dolphins lead it by 19 points. Timeout, Purple Knights.
Unbelievable right now. All these three-pointers, Joe. They are falling down with ease.
And here's a look at the first attempt by Waterman from way downtown. He then scored again off the turnover. And we're going to get a look at it right now.
So what, 17 first half points for Waterman. And then Goldstein ends up hitting the three right after.
We had a cameo on that shot from up in the stands. And then Goldstein, of course, added a three-pointer of his own. And if you're the Dolphins, you can't ask for much better than this in the first half.
What do you think Coach Tibbs will say at halftime about the room for improvement?
Perhaps. Here's a look at the shot by Goldstein. And I think, Nick, what it comes down to, when this team is shooting like this, and when just about any team is shooting like this, you can overcome a lot of mistakes.
Barely missing three-pointers right now.
Yeah.
And even really good from the mid-range as well.
Dolphins in this game have connected on 7 of their 11 three-pointers. It's Purple Knights basketball. 1 minute to go in the quarter. Freakus, floater and heavy traffic, won't go. Merrill puts it back up and in.
Merrill's right there to stop the bleeding a bit as he knocks in that easy putback.
Waterman sends it out for Goldstein. 15 on the shot clock for the Dolphins. Waterman. He is not human, Nick.
Wow! I'm speechless, and I usually have a lot to say.
That might be the deepest shot I've ever seen attempted.
That was from
half court.
Almost from the eyeball of the Dolphins.
I mean, that was with about, 10 seconds to go on the shot
20
clock?
points for Waterman in the first half, Joe. If he keeps playing, can we see 40 points out of Waterman?
The way he's shooting it,
He's on pace for a career high, that's for sure.
what a shot by Bryce. Dolphins lead it by 20, 7 seconds to go in the half. Yepto, short. And that shot will not count. Freakus did not get it off in time, as that will send us to halftime. The TLC Physical Therapy Halftime Report coming up next with men's basketball head coach TJ Tibbs.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
All right, we are here for the TLC halftime interview with Coach Tibbs. Coach, the team right now, everybody's shooting lights out, shooting almost 67% from the field.
Yeah, we're shooting well. We're sharing the ball. We probably have a high assist rate right now. I don't know what it is. But we're moving the ball, and I think it starts with Messiah in the middle. I mean, Messiah's doing a good job of being a threat in the middle. He's hitting a bunch of shots there. We're moving the ball, and then you got the guys that have earned it. The two transition threes are big. You know, we're pretty unique in that way where we have multiple guys who will come down and take that type of shot. So I know that was a big run for us there, but, you know what I'm going to say? The defense, they have a lot of great guys that can go to the rim and create shots, and Yepto and Reed, and they're tearing us up right now. We don't have an answer right now. We got to try to go upstairs and try to figure out an answer.
All right, I knew you were going to say that, but let's end on a positive note here. Bryce Waterman, what a first half, 20 points. Unbelievable. Everywhere he is on the court, he's knocking down the threes, and when he's knocking down those mid-range shots as well, he's hard to stop.
Yeah, we talked about it before in another game. I mean, he's on another level right now, and I'm so happy for him. I'm going to say it right here. I mean, last year he couldn't see. Got his mask, and it's not like we have all the money in the world to get him the best custom mask in the world. And he had his worst shooting percentages of his life. And I think he shot 35 or 36% from three, which would be astronomical for a lot of people. But for him, he was very disappointed. So it's good to see him healthy. You think sometimes with a broken nose that's not health, but it's good to see him healthy. And it's good to see him out here. The kid works so hard. He deserves it. And I can't wait to see more from him this year in the senior year.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach, for your time. Best of luck in the second half. Joe, back over to you at the commentary desk.
All right, thank you, Nick. That was men's basketball head coach TJ Tibbs. Liked what he saw from his team in the first half, but I don't know if I could say he loved it, Nick. It sounds like they have some work to do on the defensive side of the ball. Meanwhile, they held the Purple Knights to 38 points. The Dolphins scored 58. When we come back for the second half, the Dolphins lead it 58-38 from the tank.
Basketball has a special place in my heart because of the experiences it has given me and the purpose I have found along the way. Basketball taught me that success doesn't require perfection. Rather, I should pursue excellence in everything that I do. Basketball has led me on a journey where I've accumulated numerous life lessons to value relationships, practice integrity, and demonstrate commitment. I've learned to welcome mistakes and not only accept adversity, but embrace it. It has the unique effect of eliciting talents in someone which would have otherwise lain dormant. It is something that builds character, an element that is essential to a player's growth and development. You sometimes wonder if all the mornings and late nights are really worth it. Then you look to your left and right, and you see your teammates beside you, and you know you're not alone. And it's comforting. When you're part of a team, there's a special joy in playing for something bigger than yourself. Basketball taught me how to embrace a community. Like music, it brings people together. When you make contributions to your team, your program, it's a rewarding feeling knowing the impact you have on the larger community when you observe how much it inspires the people around you.
Dear Basketball, I was only a few months old when I took my first photograph with a ball in my lap. From that moment on, you never left me. Growing up in a small village in upstate New York, 2 miles from the Canadian border, you were my constant go-to for fun and entertainment. No matter if there was 3 feet of snow or the sun was scorching hot, I always found a way to be with you as you brought me so much joy. As a child, you always had a way of bringing the neighborhood kids together. Every day we would find our way to the circular paved patio I had in my yard with an 8-foot rim nailed to a tree. It wasn't the classiest court to play on, but it worked for us, and it's where my passion for you began. Little did I know you would take my friends and family on a journey of a lifetime. It was from you where I learned to be brave, courageous, and adventurous, that if I stuck with it through my moments of failure, disappointment, and heartache, I could achieve anything I put my mind to. Like attending Duke University on a full scholarship where I was able to surround myself in greatness both in the classroom and on the court. It is here where I truly learned how to step out of my comfort zone and discover what I was made of, refusing to let my insecurities and fears hold me back. Gail Gueston-Course and her incredible staff, along with my teammates, gave me a family away from home that I could have never dreamt of as a little girl. The ACC championships, the NCAA tournaments, including the national championship game in 1999, cannot match the friendships and relationships I developed because of basketball. See, I find it to be the relationships that we develop through our sports participation that are in fact the most meaningful and memorable. Basketball, you have given me a life team that I can never repay you for. You have supplied me with a platform that allows me to give back, to inspire, motivate, encourage individuals to go after their passions, to push through their failures and be fearless in stepping out of their comfort zones. It was because of you I was able to start my first company with co-founder Colleen Healy from UConn Women's Basketball called Orca Leadership. Orca standing for opportunity, resilience, contribution, and accountability. All 4 pillars we learned from playing your game. Even further, we were able to start up our own academy called Beyond the Game Academy, helping athletes across the country reach their dreams. I could have never imagined this life, and I have you to thank. Thank you, basketball.
The opportunities that basketball provided for me has been crazy. Being able to travel all over the world, to even a different country, just being able to meet so many different people and build so many different relationships has definitely just opened so many doors for me.
Opportunities that basketball has provided me, just to meet a lot of people, travel a lot of places, around the world and also around the country. It's just, a great experience to make me a more well-rounded person.
Just being able to learn from my teammates, learning really what sacrifice is about, learning about hard work, just being a part of a team, having that support group, having somebody that's there to support you no matter what. It's been great.
Basketball has given me a lot of opportunities. Obviously, just traveling and coming here, this is special. And we went to Spain over the summer, and I had never been out the country before that, so it was special. And obviously, just giving me a free education. It's a big thing, and I'm glad basketball has been able to do it for me.
It's provided a lot of opportunities, provided me to get a college degree, travel places that I never thought I would travel to, and just meet new people.
I'd say basketball has just provided me with a variety of opportunities. Just the connections that I made in the Purdue community, and kind of just growing as a player and as a person has. I'm definitely blessed and grateful to have all these opportunities.
Dear basketball, since I was a kid, you have always been a way for me to clear my mind of everything going on in life and just have fun playing and competing. You led me to seeing you where I've become a part of a close-knit basketball family. You've let me build a relationship with my brothers that not many people get to experience, and these relationships have been able to grow and will certainly last a lifetime. You have taught me that this sport is more than getting the best stats or winning the most games, but it's about enjoying the experience, making a difference in the community, and always competing at my highest level. Through great leadership from Coach K and other coaches, you have given me top-of-the-line resources to learn not only about the game, but about life and being a man of integrity and humility. I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for you, and I am forever grateful for the lessons you have taught me and the memories that I will have for the rest of my life.
College basketball has provided me with a platform to not only have fun on the court and be around some amazing teammates, but also kind of supplement academics with just another side of the Notre Dame experience, because sports are such an important part of the tradition there, and being a part of the Notre Dame sports tradition in any way is just an incredible honor. It's amazing. I mean, just being here all week, there's just so much like recognition for such an amazing sport and such amazing teams that are here, and to be a part of that in any small way is just incredible, and I'm so lucky to be here. Just the value of determination, perseverance, and self-confidence in getting where you want to go in life. I've definitely learned a lot being around a team of such like strong, inspiring women, and I can only hope to emulate like there's talent on the basketball court in other parts of my life. I'm a computer science major in Notre Dame's College of Engineering, and I was really drawn to it because I've always kind of loved math and science, and it's a really fun way to apply problem-solving skills to like different situations, especially in today's day and age where technology is becoming such an integral part of society. Just figuring out different ways I can contribute to that, I'm really excited to see where it'll take me in the future. I mean, I think just the general mindset of like approaching something from like how can I solve this in not only the best way but the most efficient way, because there's a big emphasis on that in a lot of my classes, and just kind of seeing how, you know, the sports world and like the academic world can overlap, even with just like the GPS things that we wear during practice to keep track of like how hard we're working. Just the technology behind that is super interesting to me also. When I first came to campus, I was hoping to get involved in the women's basketball program in some way, and I applied to be a manager, and I thought that would be an awesome opportunity, super excited. And then I got an email about walk-on tryouts. I'm like, oh, this would be a great way to like go meet other girls to, you know, play pickup with. I had no idea it would lead to any of this, trust me, but I'm so glad it has. And after that, that's how I met some of the women's basketball people and how I got connected to be a team manager for the program. So I started doing that first semester of my freshman year, and then, as you probably know the story, last year with the 4 ACL tears, they just needed another practice player kind of thing. So I turned from a manager to a walk-on and got the opportunity to go in some games, just help the team out any way I could, and that was an incredible ride, obviously ending with the championship last season, which was amazing. And then same thing this year, kind of just some injuries happened and they needed someone to step up. So, I mean, I'm here to be whatever they need me to be, and I'm so blessed to be a part of this program in any way. Kind of going between the manager and walk-on role, I mean, it is a different type of thing I'm doing, but it's still being around the same girls every day and just being around the team. And for me, that was such a valuable thing. And again, like, I guess my passion for basketball and how much I just love the sport kind of made that seem easy. Not really something I thought about a ton, just because every day it wasn't about like what I could do. It was just about kind of getting out and playing the game I love every day and just being around it in any way.
Basketball has given me everything in my life. Like, it's given me a chance to get a college education. You know, it gives my families to take like trips to these cool tournaments we go to, and most importantly, my relationships with the people I've met throughout the years, and Coach Izzo down to my junior high coach. You know, it's provided me with great relationships with teammates and, you know, guys that I'll be talking to for the rest of my life.
Basketball has provided me with just obviously the education portion of it is huge, and also just the relationships I was able to build with my teammates, guys on different teams that go to my school, like the football team and the soccer team. There's also just the relationships that I'm able to build outside of, you know, athletics, and that's just, I believe that's huge, just being able to go and meet new people, especially at a big university like Ohio State, and just kind of get your network around and just see the way different people think and react to things.
I'd say basketball provided me with, I guess, the opportunity just to be around good people and meet people that can help me in life and give me a free education and be able to somewhat set myself up for a better life.
It has offered me an opportunity to go to college, to leave my hometown, travel the world, build outstanding relationships and friendships. I'm forever grateful and a lot of gratitude to the game of basketball and to God for putting the basketball in my hands. So basketball has really blessed me a lot.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
And we are back from the College of Staten Island. Dolphins lead it by 20. Our score, Staten Island 58, St. Michael's 38. And Nick, what a first half for Bryce Waterman and the Dolphins.
Joe, 20 points for Waterman, and most of them are from three-point range, 5 of them from three-point range. And 10 of 15 overall for them from three-point range. But, Joe, 24 of 36 for a 66.7 field goal percentage overall from the field for the Dolphins. I mean, that is just incredible. And it's not like the Golden Knights are shooting it poor. They're shooting 53.8% from the field and 58.3% from three-point range. But the Dolphins are just making the shots really count here and pouring them on.
Any day where you're shooting 67% is a really good day. As off the fake, Reed can't finish. Merrill with the rebound, and the Purple Knights have the first 2 points of the second half.
Well, Coach Tips talked about it, how they need to do a better job defensively. Wasn't happy with the easy three-pointers his team gave up, 7 of them.
Mallory, way off. And you could see on that shot, bit of an extra closeout there from Reed. He was not going to let Mallory shoot open again.
Certainly cannot after Mallory made that 4 times in the first half.
And that was Darrell Yepto for 3, just like that. It's a 15-point game. Goldstein around the back, gives it up to Waterman. McAllister for Mallory. Now Waterman. And he picks up right where he left off.
Bryce, baby! Halftime did not cool him off at all. But he's really cooling down everybody on the court because he's the Waterman and he's splashing down all the threes right now.
Donover. Over to the wing, feet inside. Marrold looking to back down Mallory. And the hook shot is good.
Purple Knights have come out here strong on the offensive end.
McAllister. Bit short. Mallory had it, and it was knocked away. Reed at Waterman. Can't bank it in, but Marrold has the offensive rebound. It was stripped away, and McAllister was fouled.
Good job defensively by the Dolphins on that possession.
It'll be Dolphins ball. Mallory in the corner, back up top to Chestnut. Goldstein for Waterman, and it was poked away by Reed. Dolphins bench wanted to travel. They don't get the call. But Reed has given a really good effort defensively early in the second half. Brzezinski knocks down a 3. It's now
Just
a 13-point game.
13-point game now.
McAllister was stripped. Donover has it, and Marrold was fouled.
You could feel the tides turning here, Joe, in this start here of the second half.
You can feel the momentum has shifted in the other direction now. The Purple Knights coming out of the halftime locker room strong.
Is it a 10-3 run to start the half?
Yepto, floater. No good. Ball loose. Ends up with the Purple Knights, and Reed can't connect from 3. Brzezinski chases down another offensive rebound. Now Reed spins and draws a foul. You have to like the energy that Reed is playing with here in the second half. And it seems like the Purple Knights have found that spark they were looking for as they continue to work their way closer. First free throw is good. And Reed goes 2 of 2 from the line. It's now an 11-point game.
That big lead going into halftime, not so big anymore. Purple Knights have made some great adjustments in the locker room, have come out here very strong to start the second half.
Adelaide Oyekanmi into the game for the Dolphins as Goldstein was fouled by Dunover.
Definitely pushed by Dunover there.
That's Dunover's first, the team's second. Neither team reached the bonus in the first half. Not a lot of fouls. Clean game early. First half flew by. Chestnut on the fall-away jumper throws up an air ball. Yepto defended well by Oyekanmi. And the 3 is good by Brzezinski.
Tremendous job there by Brzezinski in the corner to knock down that 3.
Yepto nearly came away with the steal. That leaves Mallory wide open, and he rattles in a big shot for the Dolphins.
Needed that for the Dolphins to answer, but a great start here to the second half for the Purple Knights, and now they're only down 10.
With that, we will head to a timeout under 16 minutes to go in this second half. The timeout becomes a media timeout. CSI's lead has been cut in half. It's 63-53. Chi Aesthetics Med Spa and Wellness Center. Our approach to beauty and wellness begins with a holistic plan tailored to the unique needs of our patients. When we consult with patients, we let them tell us what their problem is. We don't tell them what the issue is. We find out what they're looking for, and we discuss, and then we give them options. If you're looking to achieve radiant skin, you've come to the right place. We offer hydrofacials, microneedling, Opus Plasma, peels, facial and laser treatments, laser hair removal, body sculpting, fat freezing, hormone replacement therapy, Botox, IV drip therapy, and more. We are open Monday through Saturday and are located at 720 Forest Avenue, Staten Island, New York, 10310. We hope to see you soon. Visit our website at www.chiaesthetics.com for more information.
We're back here at the tank. Dolphins up 63-53 over the Purple Knights. And right down the court and laying it in is Romar Reed for the easy 2. 63-55.
Well, Reed has given the Dolphins fits in the second half, Nick, at both ends of the floor. He scored it well, and he's been in the passing lanes as Mallory comes away with an easy 2. They lost sight of him.
Well, Mallory now on back-to-back offensive possessions, knocking down to 2.
Marold went up between Mallory and Oyekanmi as he rattles in the layup.
Good defense, but a great finish there by Nolan Marold.
Waterman got the defense with the head fake there. They believed he might shoot it from the fin.
Yeah, have no choice but to believe it.
Yep. Mallory wide open and throws it down off another feed from Goldstein.
And that is our slam of the game. And Mallory slams it home. Back to a 10-point lead.
We need to get an insurance company to sponsor our assist of the game.
I think so.
Donover finally misses from 3. And Reed is stuffed by Mallory. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Dolphins.
The assist of the game would have to be Goldstein off the inbound back to Mallory.
And we're going to have another media timeout as the first break of the second half is automatically a media, then followed by the first break under 16 minutes. So we step aside once again. The Dolphins still lead by 10. Our score, 67-57 Staten Island.
The Kettle Black on Staten Island, a top 5 wing joint in America by Food and Wine magazine. Serving daily lunch and dinner at the bar or on the floor. Perfect for family and group parties with top shelf drink and delicious food. From great times with good friends. Live sports and watch parties. To Staten Island's hottest nightlife. The Kettle Black features live music and DJs weekly. The Kettle Black features daily and nightly food and drink specials. The best Staten Island has to offer is at the Kettle Black. We'll see you there at the Kettle Black, located on 415 Forest Avenue, Staten Island.
And we're back on CSI Sportsnet with the Dolphins leading by 10 points. Our score 67-57, 14 and a half to go in half number 2 from the tank. Shamar Laddie into the game for the Dolphins along with Clancy, Oyakanmi, Waterman, and Mallory. Waterman, deep 3, short. And Mallory gets the rebound. Immediately dumped it off to Clancy as he nearly stumbled to the floor. Freakish all over Waterman now. This is Laddie. Kick out. Mallory for 3. Splash!
You love to see it. When Mallory is feeling comfortable and pulling up for 3, it's really tough to stop him.
When Mallory's knocking down those shots, he is in peak form, and he is almost unstoppable at the offensive end. Sometimes hesitant, not that time.
Certainly not.
Dolphins get another stop. They have it now leading by 13 points. Laddie can't finish. Yepto up the floor. Cruz right back out to Yepto. Wide open for 3. Can't connect. And Donover commits the foul. Just over 13 minutes to go. Dolphins get a play call in from the bench. Oyakanmi back to the basket. Hands off for Waterman. Cross court to Laddie. Mallory defended by Cruz has Waterman. Waterman kicks out. Clancy wide open. No good from 3. Rebound loose, tipped by Oyakanmi into the arms of Freakus. Freakus up the floor. Into the corner. Open shot from the corner by Hannigan, no good. Clancy with the rebound. Oyakanmi tripled straight down the middle of the lane. Nobody there.
He was left open. Nobody was guarding him.
They're still leaving him open. Mallory not the man to leave open, but he's short. Oyakanmi goes back up off the offensive board and draws the foul.
Not a lot of good defense on this possession by the Purple Knights. And it was going to result now in a free throw.
I think the Dolphins have tired them out a bit. The way CSI has moved the ball and the urgency that St. Michael's has had to play with defensively to make sure that there are no open shooters tires you out after a while. And Oyekanmi's free throw is good. Gets awfully quiet in the tank when the Dolphins are shooting free throws.
That's the way it should be. The home court advantage here is real.
And that free throw rattles in. Dolphins lead is 15 points. After a quick 10-0 spurt, or at least a plus 10 spurt for the Purple Knights, the Dolphins have responded well. Donover over to Yepto. Now Cruz on the wing, looks to feed inside. Merrill kicks it back out for Cruz. His shot fake, and drive leads to a pull-up, and he knocks it down.
Nice ball movement there by the Purple Knights. A nice job by C.J. Cruz to knock it in.
Laddie for Clancy for three. Off the mark. And Clancy follows the missed shot, had the rebound, and draws a foul.
Fifth foul on St. Michael's.
And our third media timeout of the half. We will step aside. 11:40 to go. Dolphins lead, 72-59.
You know I'm right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese.
Here we are, 200 episodes later, about 150 episodes with guests, our friends, soon to be your friends.
Well, it's pretty clear, Joe, that it's all about You Know I'm Right, the podcast. That's my You Know I'm Right moment. Wanted to do a podcast, and everyone was like, what are you, crazy? Who's going to listen? You're not going to get guests. Well, guess what? I'm the best when it comes to getting guests. You could vouch for that.
I am so happy that you asked me to do this. I couldn't have been more thrilled. And follow us on socials. Check us out. I promise you, if you want to work in media, whether you work in media now, whether you want to quit your job and work in media, come to us, and I promise you, we will get you on the right foot.
That's what it's all about, uncovering the origin stories of some of the biggest names in sports, media, and entertainment. Keep it locked on You Know I'm Right.
Welcome back to the tank. Dolphins ahead 72-59, and they came out ready to rumble in this one, Joe, as they are maintaining their lead here. Laddie to Clancy, looking for Waterman. Waterman back to Laddie. Laddie to the hoop. A shimmy, a shake over to Oyekanmi, who takes the pull-up, and it's off the mark. And the ball goes into the Dolphins bench, out of bounds.
They've been giving Oyekanmi quite a bit of space in the mid-range. Curious to see if he'll get a bit more aggressive taking those shots. It is Purple Knights basketball. Just over 11 minutes to play in the game. Their deficit is 13. They trailed by 20 at halftime. And Oyekanmi quickly commits the foul.
Mallory will check back in now. Strong game for Mallory, strong game for Waterman, and a strong game all around for this Dolphins team so far.
Cruz swung it around the perimeter. Now Freakus. And he's fouled. Fourth team foul on the Dolphins. Freakus for three. Rattles out. Tipped. Rebounded by Laddie. Laddie emerges from the pack, racing down the floor. In heavy traffic, is forced to give it up. Clancy for Laddie. Now Waterman.
18 on the shot clock.
Laddie inside. Mallory left open again. And Messiah is way off on that shot. Haven't said that much tonight. And Cruz draws a foul at the other end of the floor. So free throws coming up for the Purple Knights and a chance to make this an 11-point game. Free throw is good. Dolphins will send Chestnut Goldstein into the game, joining Clancy, Mallory, and Waterman. And Cruz goes 2 of 2 from the line.
11-point game after those free throws.
Waterman for Goldstein. Now Clancy for Chestnut. Chestnut dumps it off to Mallory, and the second try goes.
Mallory fouling up there, and he's able to lay it in.
First shot altered by a swarm of defenders. Messiah stayed with it and gets the easy 2. That ball poked away by Goldstein. Waterman has it. Waterman to the basket. Lefty layup goes down, and the Dolphins lead it by 15.
Another Waterman steal. Another Waterman transition bucket, this time taking it to the rim and laying it up and in. I think that's 25 points now in this game for Waterman.
Reed had it poked at by Goldstein, and they whistle him for a foul.
I don't know, a little dicey there. Seems like he got the ball.
Purple Knights will inbound with 20 on the shot clock as we approach 9.5 minutes to go in the game. Purple Knights haven't been able to get the deficit far below 10. As CJ Cruz knocks down a 3. It's now a 12-point game again.
Cruz having a good second half, keeping the Purple Knights in this one.
Chestnut for Goldstein. Now Mallory. He's left open again. Mallory shoots it, and Mallory scores.
Hesitant to shoot at first, but Mallory decided ultimately to pull up, and he makes the easy basket.
Well, he missed one badly and was a bit hesitant on that one, but Messiah calmly knocks it down as we have an offensive foul call against Freakus. Dolphins get it right back as we are now inside of 9 minutes to go, and the Dolphins lead by 14. Goldstein up ahead to Chestnut. Mallory left open again. Too strong. That one tipped. It's loose and pulled in by Dunover. Reed. Double teamed. Throws one up. Can't get it to go. It's tipped by Clancy and off of Merrill.
Tibbs wants the Dolphins to push it here.
Goldstein for Chestnut. Chestnut for Mallory. Left open again, and he knocks it down.
Well, more often than not, when he's that open, he's going to make them. He might miss a few here or there, but Mallory with a really strong game here. And right now, between him and Waterman, who knows who could be the TLC physical therapy player of the game. Both guys over 20 points. When's the last time that's happened for the Dolphins?
Mallory is 12 of 19 with 25. Waterman is 9 of 12 from the field, 7 of 9 from 3. with 25 points. The Dolphins lead by 16. We'll be right back. And we're back from the College of Staten Island. CSI lead is 16 points. It is Purple Knights basketball as the Dolphins will pressure on the inbound. Now CSI will ease off a bit. Clancy, Goldstein, Mallory, Waterman, and Chestnut, the 5 for CSI out of the timeout. Brzezinski left wide open, and that's a big basket for the Purple Knights.
Brzezinski wide open. Makes a big 3 for his team.
You never want to see a basket come that easily. And speaking of good open looks and easy baskets, Clancy had a chance for one right there. Doesn't miss many of those. Purple Knights get it right back off the missed 3. Yepto stumbled a bit, keeps it. He's now doubled. Donover swings it for Cruz. Cruz along the baseline, had it poked away, and Merrill was fouled.
7th foul, 17th foul Dolphins, so ultimately free throws are going to come into play here on both sides with 7:29 left in this game.
Intense perspiration on the floor. It's 1-and-1 bonus time for the Purple Knights. And that's big with 7.5 minutes to play. Dolphins 1 foul away from the 1-and-1 bonus themselves. And the first free throw is no good. And Brzezinski nearly stripped it away from Clancy, but he was standing on the baseline. Jordan McAllister back to the game for Chris Clancy. McAllister double teamed, had it poked away. It's loose on the floor. And they have a kicked ball called against the Purple Knights. The bench did not like that at all. Eric Eaton with an exclamation of disbelief.
He said, "What?" Can't blame him for being unhappy.
I think you captured it pretty well. Dolphins nearly turned it over off the inbound. Mallory somehow brought it in. 15 to shoot. CSI has time. Chestnut to the rim, and that's a nice move by J.J. Chestnut.
Chestnut's roasting an open fire, and he's going by the basket and laying it up and in.
That was your last chance before Christmas.
I had to sneak it in. I couldn't take the chance if he gets a big shot later on. Had to let it drop. You won't hear it again until next December.
Foul was called on McAllister. And just like that, Jordan has 4 fouls. Mallory also has 3. Adelaide Oyakonmi has 3. 1-and-1 bonus once again in effect for the Purple Knights. And Merrill knocks down the free throw. Second free throw rattles in. It's back to a 13-point Dolphins lead. Tyler and I both saw that ball coming toward us as Waterman was a bit too strong on that three.
Just about from half court on that three-point attempt.
Cruz working against Waterman, finds Brzezinski along the baseline. Brzezinski picked up his dribble and finds Dunover cutting. Now Merrill spins, fakes, goes up, and banks it in.
Strong finish there by Merrill. 11-point game.
This becoming awfully familiar territory in our first game. The Dolphins trailed by about this amount of points late. Almost came all the way back as McAllister misses. And the Purple Knights have a chance here to cut it to single digits with a basket. Cruz thought about a step back three, finds Yepto. He does not think about it and is too strong. Ball loose. Rebounded by St. Michael's. And they stepped on the baseline. Dolphins get a break there, as it will be CSI ball with 5:42 remaining. Chestnut accelerates up the floor off the around the back, and he gets the floater to go.
Nice floater there by JJ. Test the season.
Don't overlook what JJ Chestnut has done in this game. He's been very under control when attacking the basket. He's been efficient. He's now 6 of 8. Check that, make it 6 of 9. And he has 7 assists.
12 points, 7 assists. Really nice game for him.
And JJ's a player on this Dolphins team whose impact often goes above and beyond what you see on the box score. Does it all for this Dolphins team. A good rebounding guard. Defends well. And can score, especially around the basket. Hasn't had to shoot it much from the outside at all this year.
No.
Far less. Goldstein wide open. Splash.
When Aaron Goldstein's open and he's taking those threes, they're usually going to be knocked down. His third three-pointer of the game. All of his points come on threes today.
And TJ Tibbs spoke with you at halftime about the assist rate. The Dolphins have assisted now on 26 of 36 baskets, as Jacob Dunover has missed, I believe, only once from downtown. He continues to light it up from distance.
Dunover doing a good job. Brzezinski having a great game as well. Merrill 14 points just like him. And Yepto has 13 points also.
Dunover is now 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. As Chestnut kept it, threw it away. Goldstein saves it. McAllister out to Goldstein. Back up top, Waterman. Waterman fouled. And he will head to the line for a 1-and-1. Waterman's first free throw is short. And that's a miss the Purple Knights really needed. Reed, air ball. And that will draw the air ball chants from the crowd.
The Goldstein family very vocal in this game. About 15 of them here.
Each and every game they are seated directly to our right. McAllister inside to Mallory. Mallory back up top for Goldstein, 10 on the shot clock. Waterman finds Mallory, he's wide open. That rolls off the rim, no good. Brzezinski had it poked away, nearly thrown right to Goldstein, but Yepto brings it in, he looks to push. Yepto fakes, kicks out. Reed open in the corner for three, and he knocks it down. It's a 10-point game.
Huge shot there, and makes it in.
That is a huge basket for the Purple Knights. They had to have it. McAllister answers.
That high arcing shot of McAllister, so hard to defend.
Dolphins back in front by 12. And the door is closing quickly on St. Michael's. Yepto to the rim. No basket. Yepto can't believe it. And we're going to have a media timeout, our final media break of this game with 3:02 to go. Dolphins lead it 89-77. And we are back with 3:02 to go in this game. A non-conference matchup between the College of Staten Island and St. Michael's College. Big free throws coming up for the Purple Knights. And the first is good. And Darrell Yepto goes 2 of 2 from the line. It's a 10-point game again. Chestnut double-teamed, had it taken away, and he fouls Yepto.
Back to the line. Yepto will go.
Rhyme intended?
No.
Flowed pretty well. I was going to give you credit for it.
Yepto and go, yeah. Pretty good.
That was some Yoda speak right there. Yepto back to the line. 2 shots this time. Now, I don't recall if the last foul was number 10 on the Dolphins or if that was number 10. So it may have been a 1-and-1.
I think that
on
was
that last
the 10th.
trip. That was the 10th? The last one was the 10th. Or this one.
I think this was the 10th.
Then the last one was a 1-and-1.
1-1.
Because they called the foul before the shot.
9-point game now. Smallest deficit in a long time.
Free throw is good. It's an 8-point game. The Dolphins have to protect the ball here, as that's a foul on Yepto, and Mallory will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Not what you want to do if you're the Purple Knights. After making your free throw, committing a quick foul and sending Mallory to the line.
If you're the Purple Knights and you could have gotten into the final seconds without committing another foul, then you open up the opportunity to create stops with the 1-and-1. Now, they can only foul one more time and send the Dolphins to the line for a 1-and-1. But Mallory will shoot here, and the free throw is good.
$26 points for Mallory now, leading the team.
And Mallory goes 2 for 2.
27 points for Mallory, season high for him.
Mallory's had a huge game. He's done it all. Donover wanted a 3. Oyekanmi would not allow it. Yepto working against Oyekanmi now. Kicks out. Cruz from the corner buries it.
Cruz with a really strong half.
I heard the officials say shot clock.
Yeah, did it not reset?
Okay, they're going to reset. They didn't inbound the ball, so there's nothing to reset. They were attending to a wet spot on the floor. Oyekanmi and McAllister to the bench. Waterman, Chestnut, Goldstein, Mallory, and Clancy, the 5 in the game for the Dolphins. CSI will inbound with 2:33 to go, leading by 7. Chestnut up the floor for Mallory. Donover all over Mallory from behind. Waterman with the head fake and 3. Air ball. Clancy has the rebound. Dolphins still have 15 to shoot. Chestnut dribbles along the baseline, got trapped, had it knocked away, and stolen. JJ was down. He's shaken up. He's limping up the floor. And Donover's too strong on the 3. JJ comes back and grabs the rebound. Heaves it up to Mallory. Mallory to the rim. And it won't go for him, but he draws the foul.
Well, a great job by Chestnut to get back. And after coming down, I think it's the rebound. Looks like he's going to head to the bench, but the outlet pass to Mallory. Mallory's fouled, and more free throws here for Messiah.
Great effort there by Chestnut to hustle back and grab that rebound, then put the pass to Mallory right on target. And the free throw rattles out for Messiah.
Messiah certainly co-player of the game for sure. With Waterman, the 2 of them leading the way offensively for the Dolphins this afternoon, combining for 52 points.
We've had Bryce twice already, so I think we're going to have Messiah today, Nick. Just a hunch.
Really? We had Bryce twice?
We did.
I must have not been here for one of those games.
I think you did both interviews.
I only interviewed him once.
And that shot is good off the window. Cruz storms down the floor and makes it a 6-point game. Still plenty of time, 1:40 to go. And Chestnut was fouled.
Remember interviewing him on his birthday. That's the only time I remember. But Mallory, definitely player of the game. 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 28 points now. Tremendous effort by him. And in our opinion, Joe, Messiah Mallory should be the ECC player of the week.
We'll see. To be fair, we did not look at the full conference schedule yet, so we're a little biased. Chestnut's first free throw rattles in. And JJ goes 2 of 2 from the line. Pressure mounting on the Purple Knights now.
Good game from Chestnut, very quietly. 14 points to go along with 9 assists and 4 rebounds.
Donover may have gotten away with a travel there. He took at least one extra step, maybe more. And the Dolphins fouled again. And Yepto back at the line again, hits the first free throw. He's now 8 of 9 from the stripe. Meanwhile, 3 Dolphins have 4 fouls: McAllister, Chestnut, and Oyakonmi. Dolphins get the ball in easily. Goldstein will try and bring it up. He heaves it up the floor. Clancy all alone up there. Not a dangerous pass. Clancy for Mallory. Waterman drives the baseline and lost it out of bounds, but it will stay Dolphins ball with 1:10 remaining and 14 to shoot.
He's expecting the Purple Knights to foul here, perhaps to let this possession play out.
Chestnut up top for Waterman. Bryce dribbles through traffic and gets the finger roll to go.
Nice job by Bryce, 27 points in this game.
Cruz for 3. And the Purple Knights had to have that one, but they get the rebound. Yepto will try, and he gets it to go. And now it's free throw time as Chestnut was swarmed and fouled. And had the Dolphins gotten that rebound, they would have been moments away from a chance to clinch victory at the line, but instead, it's a 5-point game. And CSI will head to the line for 2 shots. They're in the double bonus.
Huge free throws here from Chestnut.
First free throw is good. And with one more, JJ can make it a 3-possession game.
Doing the offense for defense swap here with the substitutions.
And JJ has hit 4 straight from the line.
16 points for him.
Great game for Chestnut as Yepto nearly lost the ball. Looks to drive, finds Marold, and Marold banks it in. Timeout called by the Purple Knights, and we'll step aside quickly for a short break.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Dolphins will inbound, leading by 5. 40 seconds to go from the tank. Clancy did not get it in, but a timeout was called by the Dolphins bench.
Good defense there by the Golden Knights to ultimately force the timeout by the Dolphins.
Well, right now it's a 5-point game. If the Dolphins can go to the line and make 2 free throws, the road back for the Purple Knights becomes extremely difficult, trailing by 3 possessions.
Well, it'll all start with this inbound. See if the Dolphins draw up a different play here now.
Something to keep in mind, St. Michael's is now out of timeouts, so they cannot stop the clock again. Dolphins, with 1 timeout left, can still afford to go offense for defense if they so choose, and that's something that benefits you quite a bit.
Dolphins have 1 timeout left, so they can use it later on if they have to. If they have another situation where they can't inbound, but they can't use that now. They can't do back-to-back timeouts. The two players on the baseline. We'll see who ends up inbounding it. This might be the pass-off.
We've seen the Dolphins do this before. And Waterman will heave it up the floor to Mallory. Mallory to the rim. Lays it in with the left hand.
Waterman with that Hail Mary type pass. And 2 times this season we've seen Waterman be on the receiving end of that touchdown pass.
Now Reed tried to pull up. Dolphins were all over it. He was forced to bounce it right back to himself, and that's a travel. So CSI will inbound, having now scored 100 points.
First time this season hitting 100 points.
Ball was knocked away. And Clancy's finally fouled. CSI will hold on. Question is by how much? As with 19 seconds left and no timeouts for the Purple Knights, another comeback bid has fallen just short.
Clancy's first free throw is good.
Nick, I've received word that we're going to have 2 guests for you during the post-game report. Both Bryce Waterman and Messiah Mallory will head over.
All right, 2 for the price of 1.
Step back 3 by Yepto rattles out. Clancy has the rebound. And that will do it.
Great effort by the Dolphins here today. Complete game. And they get 101 points and come away victorious, sending into Christmas break.
And that will do it from the tank. Our non-conference doubleheader comes to an end with a Dolphins victory. CSI wins 101-93. Dolphins improved to 7-4 on the year. And coming up on the other side of this short break is the TLC Physical Therapy post-game report, as Nick will be joined on the floor by our players of the game, Messiah Mallory and Bryce Waterman. Chi Aesthetics Med Spa and Wellness Center. Our approach to beauty and wellness begins with a holistic plan tailored to the unique needs of our patients. When we consult with patients, we let them tell us what their problem is. We don't tell them what the issue is. We find out what they're looking for, and we discuss, and then we give them options. If you're looking to achieve radiant skin, you've come to the right place. We offer hydrofacials, microneedling, Opus Plasma, peels, facial and laser treatments, laser hair removal, body sculpting, fat freezing, hormone replacement therapy, Botox, IV drip therapy, and more. We are open Monday through Saturday and are located at 720 Forest Avenue, Staten Island, New York, 10310. We hope to see you soon. Visit our website at www.chiaesthetics.com for more information.
Welcome back to the court here for the TLC Physical Therapy post-game interview with the 2 players of the game, Bryce Waterman and Messiah Mallory. Messiah, we'll start with you here today. Ton of points. I know you're happy with that. Also 8 assists, bunch of rebounds. You were seeing the court really well here today. What did you like about your performance, and how did you feel about your team's play overall today?
I would say that my teammates just did a great job of getting open, and we had a great game plan coming into the game. The coaches did a great job as always. We were prepared, and we just executed the game plan.
All right, Bryce, unbelievable game for you in the first half. 20 points, 27 overall. You were pulling up all over the place with the three-pointers. You were in the zone here today. How great does it feel for you this season to play without the mask and be able to see the court with ease?
Playing without the mask has been a great thing for me. It's hard to see it with that thing, but, it's just great guys. We got great teammates, great coaches, great game plan, and everyone just came ready to play today. Got to clean some stuff up, but that's a big-time win today.
Big win for sure. Messiah, overall for the team today, 28 assists on 38 shots. So what does that say about your ball movement?
We go over every single day how important ball movement is, and we've been stressing the importance of taking good shots. So I think that just is a result of everything we've been doing in practice.
Bryce, big win here on the home court. The crowd is great here today. They've been great overall. What do you have to say to the fans who are coming out here so far this season?
Thank you so much. The support really means a lot. You guys being in the crowd helps all the time. So just please keep coming to games. We need you guys.
All right. Thanks, guys. Best luck rest of the season. Have a Merry Christmas. Joe, back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Nick. As those were our TLC physical therapy players of the game, Messiah Mallory and Bryce Waterman. And for the fans of CSI Dolphins men's basketball, they will have to wait 2 more weeks to see the Dolphins here at the Tank again. CSI will next be at home on December 30th. They are next in action on December 28th. As for the women, you'll have to wait until the new year to see them back here at the Tank next. They kick off our 2024 slate here at the College of Staten Island against Post University. The men then play a few days later against Franklin Pierce. So that's all for our coverage here from the Tank on this Saturday afternoon. Once again, the Dolphins take the win over St. Michael's College, 101-93. Everyone, have a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, and we will see you again later this year, one day shy of New Year's Eve, when the Dolphins return home for another non-conference matchup to close out 2023. This has been Joe Foreman. My broadcast partner is Nick Durst, our engineer Tyler Clark, and our camera operator Pat Gialorenzo. We'll see you all at the end of 2023.